Oh,
I
okay.
just started recording.
I don't even have. Let me hit
Oh
record.
no.
Oh wait, I gotta hit record. I wasn't.
No,
Hitting
it's
record.
fine. It's fine because I get to edit this part out.
Record has been hit. Let me host.
We're recording.
Okay, I'm tracking. We still got to do the sync clap and everything. Anybody want to post to Twitter, and I'll post to Discord real quick.
Sure, I'll tweet.
Okay,
over
Discord.
Twitter for my joke.
Hey, we are live on Ben Malone. Oh, wait. Twitch.tv/Ben Malone. What?
I think the tape is stuck.
What tape? What are you talking about?
That was really slow.
Oh.
Only 90s kids will know this joke.
Wait, why can't they click on the link?
You got to put a space after it.
Really?
Put a space after it.
How do I edit this?
I believe so.
Edit. There we go.
Yep.
And I didn't at everyone either.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
This is a disaster
Good
right
job.
here.
Good job.
Oh my goodness.
Discord fails.
No, I still can't get it.
You know what? I'm just glad that you know that you can edit a post.
Oh yeah.
Like I can't believe the amount of people that'll goof a line and then just add to it below there.
We're doing the Holy Bright again.
Double the notifications, double the fun.
All right, whatever. It's just if you're in the Twitch chat and you can't figure out where it is, just go to the fucking just type it in. Jesus.
You'll figure it out, guys.
Type what in?
Just type it in. Look. We haven't even started the show yet. What's up, Laz?
Hey, that's dedication.
All right. Let's do the sync clap.
I gotta pull up the stream too.
Oh, just
Sync clap.
yeah.
Oh yeah. We gotta do the clap.
You gotta give them the clap. Thanks for laughing at that, Scott.
I'm 12. I'll laugh at anything.
Scott's a sucker for a good clap joke.
Anything that's a butt poop or dick joke, I'll laugh at.
Oh man. Hey,
right.
Mr. Vape Nash.
I know. I had to get a last vape in.
Let's just do this instead of the show. Let's just pre-show for an hour.
No, pre-show's great. Pre-show and post-show.
What's up, Phoenix?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I hope that worked.
I accidentally punched my mic right before I clapped, so
Let's try it. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. It's so
I'm gonna
funny.
get a film slate for mine.
Yeah, it's like. Ka!
I'm gonna get a film slate.
I've got one in here somewhere. I just don't know
Nice.
where? Haven't used it in years. That's not a thing we need anymore. People only do it for the lulls.
It's completely for the lulls now.
I don't know how to say hello in another language, but welcome to Barely a Destiny Show, episode 43, The Phantom Menace.
Oh Jesus! So we're aiming real low with this one, Ben.
Hey, I'm one of your hosts, that Ben Malone. With me today, I've got Slapshot Scott, Xanafan 711, and Scary Internet Guy. How you guys doing?
What's up?
Pretty good, Ben.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. You guys have a nice long weekend?
No.
Oh.
I just started today, so.
Oh, that sucks. I had Thursday and Friday off.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
dude.
I had a very long weekend. My son was sick, so I was,
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
no fun.
I was playing Destiny at just wrapping up an Iron Banner match with Gray Fox, and my wife comes to the door and is like, "I need you to go get more Tylenol from the store. His fever is 103." I said, "Okay."
Yeah.
My headset on the couch, and I'm pretty sure I didn't. My boots didn't hit the floor till I hit the bedroom at the other end of the house, grabbing my sweatshirt and my wallet and shit to get out the door. So,
Wow.
Well,
Dang, dude,
that
that's
sucks.
rough. Yeah,
Yeah.
sick kids is rough.
You know
Yeah.
what's not
Doing
rough? What's not rough is our band of the week. And they're see, this is what happens when you guys don't give us stuff to play. It's the Holy Bright again, but they're fucking incredibly awesome. So I'm totally cool with that. This is one of the bands that we've had on the show before, and I ever since have not stopped listening to them. So
Okay.
it was awesome. Thanks a lot, Narwolf. If you want to talk to Narwolf about music, you can do that by going to our Discord. It's pinned to the top of our Twitter, which is barely ADS, and it'll be like, hey, this is a new episode, and join the Discord. And you can be like, now I'm in the Discord. And then you're like, oh, what do I do in the Discord? You go to the channel, it says join the clan, and you join that clan, especially if you're on PC, and it's awesome. Everybody's just hanging out, having a good time, talking shit about Taco Bell. What's better, ham or turkey?
Shouting
Shenanigans,
unlimited frames.
Oh yeah, that is the new thing. Announcement if for anybody who's thinking about joining the Discord, we have a channel specifically for just shouting unlimited frames, because
Right.
For all those PC people out there,
we'll get
Which
to it.
include memes.
every now and again.
We'll get to it.
Shout out to House Dilla. He loves reading all about all those frames.
So if you want your band to be on the show, you can hit us up and we'll put your band on the show pretty much. And the last thing before we pay these bills is iTunes reviews. So if you could give us an iTunes review, we don't care what it says as long as it's 5 stars. And we got another one today, and I love this one. It's from Yep, No Way. Their title is Reviews Are a Thing. And the subject is, and this is one of them.
Oh yeah.
So, GG's, man. Yep, no
that
way.
One says, that one
Perfect.
says fluffy fingers all over it.
Mm.
Somehow-
I hope it's fluffy.
I do too.
I really do.
yeah.
All right, we got to pay
Oh,
these
yeah,
bills.
time to pay these bills. Are you tired of being on your feet all day? Legs getting tired from walking around so much? Just feeling kind of lazy? Do you have a big open space in your living room in front of the TV? Chairs. They're for your butt.
Nice. Today's episode brought to you by Chairs.
10% off of chairs.
Yep, 10%
you,
off chairs by going to www.chairs.gov.
And put in the promo code BADS.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
And you get 10% off chairs.
Oh man.
Hey guys, I got a question for you. How do you organize a space party?
Oh, I don't know. How do you?
You plan it.
Okay, that's a good one, though. That's a pretty good one, Steve.
Oh my
I like
gosh.
that one.
That one's from Gorilla Golf.
My nephew got me so good. He burned me. We're hanging out. We're hanging out, and he goes, "What's your name?" I was like, "Ben." He goes, "Spell it." And I was like, BEN. He's like, "No, IT, you idiot." And I was like, "You burned me good." Gosh, little kids. Anyway,
The best and the worst.
they are. Speaking of the best of the worst, we got another Bungie stream this week.
S tier transition right there. Segue.
Wow, yeah, that is pretty.
It's true. So,
God tier.
what do you guys want? What
Did
do
you
you
say
want?
Scott tier?
No, but I like that better. I mean, that might drop it a few tiers.
Oh man, there's S tier, then there's Scott tier.
And then just above that is scary tier.
Ooh.
Oh, he did it. He did the thing.
Oh man.
Come on, Steve. That leaves room for Steve tier up top. Like, come on, man. What are you doing?
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm at the bottom.
He's Z tier, right up there.
Z. No, it's first, it's last. No, does that make sense?
That's how our hierarchy runs, guys.
Well, I had a good segue, and then we ruined it.
We trashed that.
That was a Z tier segue brought down to Scott tier.
Oh my god. This is so dumb. What are we talking about?
We're good at other stuff. We're good at other stuff.
Hey, do you guys want to talk about we'll talk about the funny thing at the end. So Curse of Osiris stream, we got to see a new public event. It looks fucking cool. I like the man cannon shooting you around and the Duncan and all that stuff.
The Vex Circus, man.
Yeah.
3-ring Vex Circus.
I didn't see
I do
it.
have to say, it's terrible, man. Like, that's the whole time. As soon as I said Vex Circus, that song is the circus song is the only thing I could think. I'm just in my head as I'm watching him bounce around, going do 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 do. Fucking ducking the orb.
It looks cool. It's got everything I like. It's got dunking and shooting Vex and man cannons. So what else could you ask for? I don't know.
To get dunked on.
My favorite thing about man cannons is when you would do private matches in D1 and send somebody across the man cannon and do like skeet shoot.
Oh yeah.
You stand there snipers and try and
I cannot wait for private matches. Oh my gosh.
I can't wait.
Anyway, what else happened?
1v1 people.
We found out how to forge a weapon. And
And it's a quest, basically.
yeah,
it's kind of what we said
It's not all
last time.
It's what we thought. It was what we thought it was. If you listened last week, we said it's probably just going to be like one weapon that you go collect this and get it, and it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 11 of those.
It's basically an easy bake oven. You go get stuff, throw it in the forge, and then in 2.5 minutes it dings and it spits out a hand cannon.
Hey,
It takes 2.5 minutes. There's going to be rage about that.
Oh, I don't think it's too fun. I was making an easy bake oven joke.
I don't know. The guns, like, we'll see. They looked pretty cool. We got to see a couple of them in action.
Yeah, after watching that hand cannon some more,
I'm curious. I'm curious what it'll look like in my new church. We'll get there. We'll get there.
That's the bulk of the show right there, kids. If you're not ready to go to church,
we're gonna take you to church today.
Stay tuned.
We'll sing that song. Take me to church.
No, I like they had like the burst fire sidearm, right? Was the Vex one? Yep. So I'm excited to get in and wreck fools at that. The pulse rifle seemed whatever. I could take it or leave it.
I thought the scout looked kind of interesting. They had that. It's got all the Vexy stuff all over it. It basically looks like what's in that freaking scout frame?
I don't know.
I want to say it looks like not the Vanguard Scout from D1 is what it reminded me of.
Oh, I have no idea. I never use scout rifles unless I'm in church. Then if I'm in church, I'll use that. So yeah, those are the weapons. Scary's gonna look that up. What else happened? What else did they show us?
Not like the others. That's what it is. Sorry.
Not like the others.
Yeah.
So they showed
with some Vexy stuff.
They showed us the forging. They showed us the weapons that'll come out of that, and
more lighthouse footage.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it, except for the most rewarding public event ever.
Mm-hmm.
The return of two blues.
Straight rain, guys. Serious stuff.
My God. Why would you put that on the street? Oh, my. Hey, okay. So we don't normally like to shit on Bungie or anything, but come on, dude.
I mean, we don't like to crap on anything except for boat culture, lake boat culture. What are some other things that we do?
Juggalos,
Phoenix, the person. We like to shit all over.
Okay, so maybe we do have a history of crapping on some things,
but not Bungie. But never Bungie.
But we do, I mean, we try to be cool about it. I think for the most part, but the two tokens was kind of rough.
It was just ironic. It was just really ironic.
Yeah, I mean, it was because it happens. It's random. Sometimes you're gonna get two exotics out of it. Like it's gonna be whatever,
okay. But, I think
and it's possible. There's two.
It's possible. Yeah, there are two chests. You could get two exotics and two legendaries out of it. Like like it's
actually
possible.
Has anyone not gotten an exotic from a public event?
Yes, I've done public
never
events.
An exotic
never mind.
Once, yeah,
I heard that backwards.
It happens. Especially if you're running the XP booster thing, whatever it's called now.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah, dude. You'll get that crap all the time.
Think about this also. If they would have shown somebody pulling an exotic out of those, there would have been hell to pay when every time I went there, I didn't get an exotic. You know what I mean? People would have been like, whoa, it's so rewarding. You're supposed to get exotics all the time. And they're like, no, that was just random.
Honestly,
well, then it turns into Schrodinger's exotic or Schrodinger's public event. I'm not really sure where this comparison is going, but it's the one where like basically you're supposed to get an exotic every time, but exotics are too easy to get, so you should never get them. So maybe it's Schrodinger's public event, maybe it's Schrodinger's exotic. I don't know. I think I'm using that analogy right. But do with that what you will.
Yeah, actually, so I think that's the best way that they could have addressed that. I just wouldn't have said anything about that. I just would have been like, babe, it's a public event. We made a new one. You have to tell us that it's twice as. It's more rewarding.
This one, because it's so long, it has 2 chests. That's it. Because that's the worry. Like, this is a long ass public event.
Yeah,
if it's
there
the
you go.
same rewards as a normal public event that takes 2 minutes, why would I do it? Like they're trying to head that off at the like they're trying to cut that off before it happened, and
it was
just
strategic.
Hold on, wait.
Good.
They bungled it.
Oh, bungo!
Done on purpose and strategically, so they could be like, "Oh, we said it's the most rewarding, and we only showed 2 tokens. So now every time anyone gets anything, it's going to be more rewarding than that."
So,
fucking bungo.
memory, who made the claim that it was the most rewarding? Was that a Deej thing?
Yeah,
it's always Deej.
He's a marketing guy, so it could very easily be that he was trying to hype it.
It's all strategy.
He's so lovable though.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's really the most rewarding. It has 2 chests at the end. So regardless, you're gonna.
I did think that was funny. That was so funny to be like, it's more rewarding, and they're like, not 1 chest, but 2. It's like such a visual representation of being more rewarding.
It's like a Labor Day weekend public event. Like it's got the most ever.
So
the one with
they're taking out ads on the fucking radio and on TV, like Macy's or something. It's like the most rewarding public event ever. This Labor Day weekend.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like they're like, oh, this one's a long public event. People like if we just say it's a huge public event and it takes a long time, and
no one's gonna do it.
That's a good thing. Then people will be like, oh yeah, it takes a long time, but you still get crap at the end, just like people do with the raid, just like people do with strikes, yada yada. Hashtag salt, whatever. And so they tried to like preemptively solve this problem that they could see coming down the path. Like we are going to make sure that people don't blame us for this public event taking longer and having to do completions of it for these weapons or whatever, and it's less rewarding and yada yada. So we're going to put 2 chests in, because like, all right, you make a game and chests spawn at the end of a thing. What's the easiest way to make it more rewarding?
Put another one.
Chest times 2 equals true or whatever. I'm not a programmer, but like you know what I'm talking about. Like it's got to be easier than changing the
double
formula.
Your pleasure, double your fun.
Exactly.
Look.
Yeah, but it just sucks that it didn't show anything good at the end. Like it showed the 2 chests, but the dude got nothing. It'd be better if he didn't even open them. If they just showed the 2 chests, it would have been better. It would, and it just sucks that like we're in this place where that's just an honest mistake, but it's like shake my head. Like
it's just a problem with the wording. I think if they wouldn't have said it's more rewarding, and they would have just been like, it's a longer public event, so we put another chest in. Like,
exactly.
If they would have said that, no problems at all. We would have all been fine. That's pretty much all I got out of Curse of Osiris. Anybody got any final points?
Yeah, they didn't show much of that one.
Yeah. I'm excited for the next one.
For the DLC after it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. The next stream.
See the gear and the guns, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy are going to be on it. They're going to address
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to directly address complaints from the community.
Did he say complaints?
Well,
feedback.
I said feedback.
Feedback.
Yeah,
Feedback.
From the first 2 months of...
Can this be? I really hope this is a Bungie Luke Smith reading mean tweets about himself. I think that would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that would be pretty good.
They're all fucking misspelled and shit.
Hey, to the person who probably doesn't listen to our show, but told Cosmo that that he should die before his daughter has a chance to make memories of him. Yeah, go to hell, dude. That was go to hell. That was fucked.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
That's what I thought of when you said Luke Smith reading mean tweets. I was like, I don't want to hear him do that. It gets dark real quick.
It does.
Ugh.
It's such a crazy time right now on the internet. Like Jimmys are permanently rustled. Like Jimmys are at an all-time rustled state.
What is this?
in
What?
America,
What? Hold
I'm
on.
pretty sure.
What
Like,
is
I
Jimmy
don't
being? My Jimmy's rustled. I've
I
never
don't
heard
think
that expression.
have ever been more rustled in America than right now.
Gosh.
And
I think I
it's
used the
everything. It's
term-
politics. It's video games.
Oh,
it's
God.
it's Hollywood.
Russell
Like, it's
Jimmys.
literally everything. The most Jimmy's rustled ever. Period. It's gonna go down in history, guys. This is our legacy. We are the generation of Jimmy rustlers, and it's not. It's like this is what we have. This is what we've done.
2017. It went from It's Lit 17 to the year of the Russell Jimmies.
yeah.
Gosh, Russell Jimmy just sounds like an idiot I went to high school with.
We
Hey,
all went to high school with that idiot, and that's the problem. Like we all know.
And
My
that's the
name's
idiot
Russell
that's
Jimmy.
tweeting the death threats at Cosmo.
Ooh, full circle. So while we're on the subject of Bungie Bungo ended up, there's some XP tomfoolery. They were gating XP, and they're
Not a
not.
good week for it.
Yeah, and they're not anymore. But that's
Yeah.
about it.
Which
I do think Dado's video is good on it. Like just
It did break it down
Yeah.
really well, I thought. The TLDR for anyone who missed. Oh, go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
that happens in like every video game. So like I don't know why people
Yeah.
are. So
Yeah, it's just
surprised.
they didn't say that they were going to throttle the
Right.
XP. So
in EverQuest. I'm throwing it out to EverQuest. Once you hit certain
This one in a
levels.
while.
All right. So once you hit level 40 in EverQuest, it took more experience to get from level 40 to 41 than it did to get from 49 to 50. It took more experience to get
Yeah.
from 45 to 46 than it did to go from 54 to 55. And it just like, it was insane. They were literally called hell levels, and no one complained about that. It was just hard. You just had to work harder to get to where you needed to be.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like if they, it really all comes down to the communication, though. Like
Mhm.
if they were trying to be clever and to not burden the average player with too much information. Like we know that Bungie does this. It's with the fruit space, weapon comparisons and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like they try to design good solutions for the game. It's literally their job. So that it makes sense, but you don't have to have a PhD in it, you know, like that's how it works. And the more hardcore a game is, the more they just let you see all that underlying stuff like EverQuest.
Mhm.
And the less hardcore a game is, the more they try to help you do the game. You know what I mean? Like help you to
Yeah.
just be able to go in there and play the game. And this is like, I don't know, good example of them not giving enough information. You know, like there are plenty of spaces where they give plenty of information. Like I think the tooltip that we'll talk about later, where it's been there the whole time, we just didn't read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so this, I mean,
Yep.
they could have ninja patched in a tooltip on here that would have like solved everybody's problems. You know, like it's been there the whole time. But you know, had they just let us know up front, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But it's also wouldn't have been that big of a deal if Jimmy's weren't on it at an all-time high of wrustling.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's basically as Gary said. You know, people are making mountains out of molehills right now. If there was, if it, it's similar to the kind of strike, I guess strike buff they did in D1. We were talking about this in pre-show because if you played heroic strikes in D1, after like 3 strikes, it gives you a bonus or something. It's like the Vanguard streak bonus. So you get more
Oh.
XP, you get more drops, like everything ratchets up. This is kind of the opposite of that, where if you were like speed farming public events,
Mhm.
it would sort of lose its effectiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is-
but
they
it did
give
do the
you-
other thing too.
They give you extra experience at the beginning of the week too. No one talks about that.
Yeah, yeah, and extra experience for the raid, and extra experience for what were the other activities they said? I don't remember. I think
Raid,
strikes
I
might have been
think
in there. Anything that
trials.
takes a long time, you get
Mhm.
extra XP for it. And honestly, like, so like I farmed the crap out of faction packages at the
Oh, God, yeah.
what was it called? What was the thing called? In
Oh, at the Lost
Weep.
sector.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
the
something
weep.
like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I farmed the crap out of it, and I still got a ton of bright engrams, even with the
Yeah.
experience
Mhm.
throttling or whatever. And I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think really
None of it's a big deal. I don't
Yeah,
care about
I
experience.
don't really think anybody was that upset with it,
Yeah.
to be honest. But it is one of the things that they could fix, and like, it seems like an easy thing for them to fix. They just
Mhm.
tweak the algorithm a little bit, and it's like a way that they could be transparent with us, which is kind of cool, you know. It's a
Honestly,
bummer that IGN published it before they were able to get to it.
yeah.
Who really knows what the? It's impossible to know, you
It
know.
was
Like,
just bad timing.
yeah, it's just
Like
bad.
on
Yeah.
the
It was a rough
coming
week,
right
PR
after
wise.
the Battlefield 2 or Star Wars Battlefront 2
Yeah.
because it's directly tied to Destiny's version of microtransactions.
I don't even want
Yeah.
to talk
It's just
about
like-
that shit.
It's just bad timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
we don't have to get into that.
Ugh,
I mean,
no.
everyone's got
The Battlefront thing is just going to take so long to talk about.
hashtag Russell Jimmy's.
Yeah, Russell Jimmy's.
Which,
Um,
real quick though about that, Belgium has decided that it is gambling.
Good, it is.
Honestly, it is.
Wait,
you know,
wait.
like that's
that
really
Brian?
good. That's an awesome.
They called
step in
they
the
called
direction.
Battlefront a Star Wars themed casino, and
No,
they're
I'm familiar with that, and I know that I think it's Japan or China, one of the two. If there's a loot box in a game, it requires the actual odds to be published, and it has like some sort of gambling disclaimer or something on it. Like I know a
Mhm.
couple of countries in Asia already do. Actually, not just Asia, but around the world do that. But was that actually like a decision made by some court this week or something, Steve? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Belgium when the Battlefront 2 thing came out, Belgium was
Ah,
like,
no
we're gonna have to look
shit.
into this and determine whether or not that should be considered gambling because
Wow, that's
the-
big.
it's a video game, so it's for kids.
Yep.
So, and they
Yeah.
decided that they think it's gambling.
That's good. That's a
what
good
do
step
you
forward.
what do you guys think? Leave us, let us know in the comments. At youtube.com in the search bar, type in Det Ben Malone.
Or join the Discord and yell at us in real
Yeah, join the
Yeah.
Discord. That's way better.
time.
Don't leave me a YouTube comment.
What's
I'm
great
never
about
going
the
to check
Discord
that.
is that if you're being an ass, we can block you.
Mm.
Wait, did I say that?
Yeah.
We can cut that out.
No. That's a
No,
warning.
we should let
Still,
people
I've got
know
my
that.
eye on you.
That's a
So there's a
warning
couple
to everyone in
Discords.
the Discord.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's a warning. If you're an ass, we'll block you. We are your overlords. We are. Sorry, go ahead, Scott. I'm just making jokes. I'm being stupid.
No, I was just gonna say we'll block you, but make it so you can't type. We'll return the Discord channels read only, and then we'll just post funny memes about you.
No defense.
Don't worry, we'll be posting the memes regardless of whether you're still in there. You can rest assured, your legacy will live on.
Hey, we're just kidding. We're not going to bully anybody. If you're being an asshole,
Probably.
we'll just kick you out and never talk about it. But
Probably.
everyone's in Discord being like, "Who was here that isn't here now?" And the answer is
Somebody's
nobody.
Going over the list.
We have not banned anyone. I'm just letting you guys know. We haven't kicked
far as
anybody
you know.
out. Yeah, as far as you know. No, I'm just kidding.
Just each other. We just ban each other from the.
I think I'm the only one that's ever been banned.
Oh, I got timed out.
Crucible Radio has an amazing episode that came out this last Thursday and should be coming out probably the day before you
Monday.
hear this. Yeah, it'll be Monday. Where they talk to
Episode 2, you mean? It's a two-parter.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
two-parter. So it was this last Thursday, and then they have another one coming up, and they talk to who are the guys?
Mark
Wisniewski?
or no, Wisniewski and Claude Jerome.
Okay,
There
it's
you go.
that is their content, and we're gonna let them tell you all about everything, the huge
Yeah.
in-depth things. It's really good. We just wanted to
Yeah.
Go
shout
away
it
and
out.
Listen to it. It's fascinating to listen to the developers talk about their perspective and sort of how the game came to develop more
Yeah.
or less.
And
How
they're
was it
they're
You
developed?
probably listen to Crucible Radio because it's a good show regardless, and
Yes.
it's salt free, and so stick around. It's awesome. But if you don't consider yourself a Crucible player, don't worry. This is about the sandbox and class design,
Yeah.
not just in the Crucible. It affects the whole game.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
pretty
awesome.
awesome.
it's cool.
The gun guy and the subclass guy.
Yeah. And they're very candid about some things. There's a couple times where they're like, I think he specifically was like, I could lawyer out of this question, but I'll just be honest.
Yes, he
So
did.
It's really cool.
He said that exactly.
I did want to bring up one thing that they talk about, and that is the inherent perks on guns. So this is a thing where they there's a perk on each gun, and they said it's in the game. We just never looked at it.
The archetype, right? So the archetype of a gun, it'll say precision frame or aggressive
or
frame.
Lightweight.
I don't know what are the other ones.
Lightweight.
Precision, lightweight,
Yeah, lightweight.
adaptive. I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to see.
So each of these has their own inherent perk, and it's really cool. Just never really thought about it.
Although they made it seem like it said, like, for aggressive, when you put over the tooltip, it would say basically high caliber rounds, but it didn't actually say high caliber rounds. It just is like the description of high caliber rounds.
Yeah, so
it's something else.
Basically, they talked about it, and they were like, yeah, every archetype of gun has a perk that some people didn't think was in the game, and it was like, one of them even has like increased reload speed.
Yeah, I think
when the mag is empty.
Yeah, when the mag is empty.
Yeah, the fast fire ones get like the reload perks, like outlaw. Aggressive gets the aggressive frames get high caliber rounds. And precision frames get counterbalance.
Yes, that's true.
Those are the ones that I noted.
So
and adaptive don't have anything though. Is that right? It's in the perks. You get to select.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that right?
I don't remember.
That was the one I missed. I was like trying to like.
Someone listen to the show and then tell us because I don't remember.
But I think that's really cool. Learning stuff all the time about Destiny. So if you guys want to learn more, go check out Crucible Radio. If you don't listen to Crucible Radio and you listen to this show, why?
What the hell?
Go listen to a better show.
You've done wrong.
Yeah, you're fucking up. You gotta evaluate your life choices if that's the case.
Not that you have to stop listening to us, but
you can do both. No, it's possible.
I just really like that they're overwhelmingly positive all the time.
Well, and not even like it's not like positivity for positivity's sake. It's more like we're not going to get sucked into this crappy salt fest that is Destiny, the game subreddit, and we're going to play the game that we have. Like we're here. Like their whole deal is to get better at the game that exists, not dream up a new one. And that's a pretty good like. I don't know. Yeah. None of us can change the game, really. We can have ideas or whatever, but like, let's just be honest.
Yeah,
it's not on us.
I mean,
go ahead, Scott.
All right. The reason I still tune into Crucible Radio every week is they do some really interesting stuff with like your head game, your mind. You know, how to approach the Crucible, and that can help you in other games. And I mean, it's almost more useful than some of the like regular Crucible specific like gun breakdowns and things like that. Like those are useful, but if you know how to approach an engagement, or you know how to basically improve and like set the improvement goals for yourself, you know, fixed mindset versus growth mindset, and some of the other like mental game stuff they've done, it's like a totally different world, and that stuff that can actually apply to your like real life outside of video.
Oh yeah, for sure. They've done a lot of like that show has single-handedly taken me from being a total scrub at PvP to like I still am the most potatoey. I have no thumbs. So I'm just garbage on the sticks, but I can do okay because of that show has taught me how to play everything but the shooting. And it's been super self-evident when I played on PC all week, because I'm like dead serious. We ran out of medals. Like I've been just going off on PC, and it's just because the stuff that I've learned from Crucible Radio about how to like get into good engagement spaces, not pushing, like, you know, all the mental stuff has carried over. And now that I can actually hit somebody when, you know, I'm just destroying. Especially,
Ben was going ham like 10 beers deep at 4 a.m. Like that's
like,
it's been a huge improvement. Ben, we haven't really played Crucible since the end of D1, and like, yeah, dude, like you were doing great.
I
agrees with you.
I got a hot drop, and it was Tractor Cannon on PC. It was my first exotic. And I don't have it on PS4, so I
don't have it on either. I still don't have it on either.
Guys, so How you like booping people off the mat?
Oh no, no,
Map
no.
there.
I don't play it like that because that's what they expect you to do when they know you got tractor cannon. What I've been doing, I found out that it kills in one shot if you D1 shotgun them. Like bury it into their chest and you will just destroy them no matter what. And the spread on it is fucking incredible. You don't ever ADS with it. So couple that with the mouse, me being able to like twitch around and like flip. People, I'll go sprint at them, slide, and they'll jump over me, and I will just whip the mouse up, hit them, and shoot them up into the ceiling. Like I killed some people on Altar of Flame like that, just being like, doom, they would jump, and I'd be like super jump, or
It looks
it
awesome.
it
The
fires.
ragdoll go insane. Like they
That's
just fly
hilarious.
all over the place.
It fires really quick too. Everybody talks about tractor cannon being a joke. I legitimately love that gun. Like I can
That's
get
a fun gun to play with.
3
man.
kills easy with that thing.
I
It's so
don't.
bad. Guys, I'm
I
gonna
don't-
go farm some public events while we're recording because I want this gun.
Oh my
It's so
god.
fun. I'm joking.
And like this is my number one favorite thing to do with tractor cannon because everywhere has been plagued by the weeb sword. And Drafty Zer did not sell that tractor cannon week 1. I see you in chat. That's not true.
1 week, he believes. You missed.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no.
He
Zer
sold
did
it
sell it
once.
at one point.
Once, yeah.
Did he?
No, and I
He
just
sold
missed it.
at one point. Yeah.
Well, rip. Anyway, my number one favorite thing to do because Crucible is plagued by idiots with the weeb sword is, dude, I hate it. I just get killed so much by those damn swords and people just crouching around corners. You can totally take down somebody with a sword if you've got tractor cannon. Rush them, counter them, and they'll be like, "Oh, I got this guy," and the animation on the swing is like 1,000 times longer than just clicking, and be like, "Boop, gotcha."
My favorite thing in the game is to kill somebody who's wielding a sword and then just bag the crap out of them. Bag them so hard. Oh my gosh. Just keep bagging them.
You know what
You
the
know
best way to not get bagged is?
Don't die.
Don't die.
Oh man.
I did that today.
Yeah, you guys got to check out Zan's clip of that. Or it's the whole damn game. Like,
It's
it's
the whole game.
incredible. Yeah.
Oh.
You did a great
Oh,
job,
man.
dude. You played it smart.
But
I had
some good luck.
21
Oh, God.
weeb sword kills straight.
I hate you, dude. I absolutely
You
like.
only had one other kill, right? Like one gun
one
kill.
other kill and one assist.
I will say this about the PC community: you guys are all a bunch of cheap bastards. Y'all, all you do in the PC guys, all you run around with swords and rocket launchers. Fight me like a man, okay?
Hey, swords
Be-
feel good on
Be
PC.
a man.
Whipping around.
Ben,
What?
Ben, your scrub mentality showing, bud.
Ooh. I just
Wait,
got
Scott,
got
would you
daddied.
say that Ben needs to daddy up?
No, he get daddied.
I'm
Daddy up.
No,
Daddy up.
I don't even know what that means.
fight me like a man.
That's
Get a
exactly what it
fusion
sounds.
rifle. Okay.
And for what it's worth, man, swords are insta tilt for me too. I see somebody running at me with one, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
And then
Like,
Yeah,
have to
it's
pull a
the
rocket
only time
launcher.
I want to bag somebody.
Oh my
Like, you can
God.
sticky me in D1 all day long.
Yeah.
You can, whatever. What's the cheapest thing in D1?
icebreaker.
Yeah, there you go. Icebreaker, sidearm, all that crap. None of that ever tilted me as bad as the sword in D2
Nope.
does. I don't know what it is.
It's because
not
I can't
just the sword,
defend.
it's the culmination of everything around it. Like for one today, I commented in my video, I think too, where a guy is coming out of a doorway and I dodged across him to go
Mhm.
invisible and then just immediately came back and hit him with the sword.
So
And it's
stupid.
like like I didn't need to dodge across first, but I did because it was funny. That's
Well, it's
why
certainly
people hate
great.
swords.
The
Yeah, it's certainly
hitboxes
great
for
on
swords-
console because when you dodge, you're like untouchable. Like
Yeah.
none of what's the dodge you're using? Gambler's dodge? Is that the one that?
That's
What's
the
the
reload
one-
I used the one where it's like a roll.
Yeah, that's the melee one, right?
Yeah, it gives you your
I think
melee
that's
back.
Gambler's Dodge. I don't remember, but anyway, that's the best one because you can go really far with it,
Mhm.
and it's a little bit faster. I think. I mean, this is like bro science from as Fallout says, but so I don't really know. I've never tested it, but like I'm pretty sure that when you go a little farther and you go a little faster,
Well, and you're
and-
not standing upright, just going like whoop to the side.
yeah,
for-
that little
you
that little spin like swivel move it's
know.
no good. It's
No.
it's not good. Like you can't. even if the utility is better on that one, you don't use it because it looks dumb. Let's just be honest. Like you're
Well,
already
'cause
looking
it's not
good.
a dodge. You're
You're
not
a
using it for a
hunter.
dodge. You're
Yeah.
using
It
it
is Destiny, and it's all about looks.
Yeah.
Let's just
It's a
be honest. Like
fashion
the
show.
fashion's the real end game, and
Mhm.
you're a hunter. Like you've got a dank cloak on, and you're doing it up. You want to do the old shade step roll. You don't want to do this weird swivel on an office chair roll. That's lame as hell. Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
Right.
Gosh,
But
I
anyway,
don't
yeah,
know.
it takes all the aim assist away, and it's dope.
I just
On PC,
the fourth time in a row that you get killed by the same dude with the sword, you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna murder everybody so hard. I hate it. I get frustrated, and then he gets me again.
Yeah,
What's funny
when-
is I sit there and I think, I'm like, no, Hunter with the weeb sword is the worst. And I think about it, I'm like, no, Titan with like the one-handed run and like you
The
can't
crown
gun him
splitter.
down in time and he hits you with the crown splitter. No, that's the worst.
Nope.
No,
And then
you see
blinking
the
warlock.
floofing in or blinking
Blink
with
sword.
Devour and doing the sword, and you're like, no, that one's the worst. And then you're back to Hunter. It's a cycle.
Like-
It's a vicious cycle.
it is a
You
vicious
hate 'em all.
cycle.
And this is why you just drop the bags immediately. Just
Yeah.
when you get the
And-
kill, you bag them.
You know-
You bag them so hard that it makes them not want to run that sword again.
Basically, if I see you with the sword, I'm gonna Nova bomb you. I'm just gonna
I-
instantly Nova bomb you and get it
Yes,
over with.
Yeah, I've done that too. Fist of Havoc, just fucking drop it
Yeah,
right there,
just-
and a fucking
We're
grenade.
done
Like,
with this.
Yeah.
fuck you.
Oh, you
Boys,
picked up
there's
a sword?
also
No,
parts
never
in that
mind.
match where I dodge a golden gun and kill him with a sword.
I hate you so
That's
much.
where it's at.
God.
No, but when you
Steven's like playing the
when you are-
ultimate scumbag.
when you
Dude,
are the guy
when-
with the sword and you kill the same guy for the
feels
fourth time,
So
you're like,
good.
oh, you start to feel no, you feel bad. You're like, I got
Oh,
him
no.
again.
I
Like,
feel
why does
good.
he keep coming at me? Don't.
I
at
feel
me.
good.
I got a
Oh,
sword.
dude, I do that with Sweet Business. I don't need a sword. Like I've had. There was one match where a dude rushed me 4 times, fully spun Sweet Business, just headlong into the fucking fray. Dude just eats it every single time. The time he got closest to me, he's like within melee range, and then the like life bar drops because Sweet Business is spun up, so he just gets ruined. I'm sitting there, I'm like, this guy just like I feel bad for him at this point, man.
Getting that like 9th kill in a row on the same power ammo drop with the weeb sword, like it does feel good. I don't feel bad at all. And you're killing them as they're spawning in, like I don't feel a bit of remorse
No,
at
no.
all. That's why you gotta. That's why when it's happening to you, you gotta bag them to make them feel bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
I
what
don't
the
know.
bag is for.
I don't.
I
I don't
hate
run
I'm
it.
telling you, I don't
swords.
subscribe to bagging until there's a sword involved, and then go for it. I
All
say
right,
go
here's-
for it. That's
yeah,
your sign
here's-
that it's okay. Ben, don't shake your head at me. It's fine.
Here's the
Once there's a
Xanafan
sword, you
pro
can do it.
tip for using a sword. All right, you're hiding behind a pillar. You know the dude's over there. You dodge out from behind the pillar and go invisible.
Then you lose
Charge
all
them.
your dignity.
No, as soon as you become visible, you slide, and when you're sliding, they're going to start shooting you. As soon as your slide ends, you jump over them and then turn around. And for some reason, as soon as you go in the air after you slide, they can't hit you anymore. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know.
Dude,
I'm a warlock.
it's the
I blink over
simplest-
people all day.
It's the simplest thing. It's just there's no even zigzag. It's just up and down.
Yep.
I will tell you this: like on console, jumping above somebody's head, it works every time. My aerial game on
Yes.
console feels
Absolutely.
so good, but on PC, you just get melted,
Yep.
and it's so like, oh, it's so.
It's because
so
they can just whip
infuriating.
the thing up real
Yeah,
quick.
It makes me so angry. It's like, no, this used to work, and I don't like that it doesn't work anymore. Because I'm not like a CS.
Yeah.
I'm not really even a PC player. Like I'm just here for the frames. Hashtag Houstilla. But anyway, when on PC, when you jump over somebody's head and it just doesn't work because they just whip the mouse up and kill you, and it makes me really angry.
That's why I don't think tractor cannon would be like my favorite weapon on console, just only on PC, because I can just do such dirty things with blink and tractor cannon. You just show up, you're like, wow, I'm here, bam. Oh,
Damn it,
it's
I can't
so
wait to get
fun.
that gun.
It's so fun.
Eventually, it'll happen eventually.
But yeah, I got PC, and it's really fun. It's difficult because I love all my people over on PS4, and I wish that I could play what I think is a better experience with all of you. So like that's where I'm torn. It's kind of a shitty situation to be in. I tasted
It does suck.
tasted the golden fruit, but I can't let anybody else enjoy it with me.
As Narwolf said in the chat, that there's like a fissure between the
Yeah.
within the community now.
Well, and I think
And he
that's
was
a
joking, but it kind of
no, that's real. That's a real thing, and it does like I don't know how to solve it. It does kind of suck because like I really like I'm better at playing with mouse and keyboard. I have more fun and it looks better. So like that's cool, but like I have nobody to play with, and that really sucks. Like
I think we've got like 10 people in the clan on PC at this point, and that's about it. And one of them, I mean, Grumpy Dumps, we love you, but you're in the UK, man. Like it almost doesn't even count. So like it is tough. Like the player base, there's a big player base on PC, but
none of us are
like,
want to play with us.
I don't have a ton of friends on BattleNet because like it was my only BattleNet friends are people like real life friends that I played Overwatch and Diablo 3 with. You know what I mean? Like that's it. And none of them play Destiny, unfortunately. So it is kind of a bummer. You know, like it's a bummer to have to split like that, especially for like just like raids and stuff. Like I would love to just go in and raid with my PlayStation friends. You know, like I get why you can't do Crucible together because
I would murder you.
Advantage. Well, you know, just like the extra frames do make a big difference. And I don't know, it's a bummer. It's a bummer that there's such a price, like the price barrier is high, you know, like a gaming PC is expensive. So I wouldn't have one if I didn't need one for work. You know
I had one dropped into my lap. That's the only reason that I have it on PC. It's just one appeared.
Yeah, so I feel incredibly fortunate to like, you know, do the work that I do that enables like that I have to have this expensive computer for, you know, and you've got this one that just appeared out of nowhere for you. So it's totally dope. But man, I do wish more people could play on PC because it really does feel like Destiny's it's the best experience for it, you know, the high frame rate, like the ultra wide display, all that kind of stuff. I know
even playing with the controller is really like it does feel really good.
Yeah.
Like, well,
and for me, like I've got old man hands. Controllers hurt me, you know, like it's a bummer. And I dealt with it for 3 years with D1, you know, and as soon as they announced it for PC, I was like, oh, finally my hands won't hurt, you know?
Yeah.
But what
if
can you do?
If your buddies are playing on PC, you know, just know that we're over on PC being like, I wish we could play with you. But I've seen the promise made.
Photos of you.
Yeah, well, especially because
hand on the glass.
Yeah, we're Wolverine laying down in bed looking at that one frame with your face on it. Like that's just how it is.
Well, and especially because one of the deals with me getting the PC version was that I had to leave my PS4 upstairs so that way my wife could watch TV while I'm playing Destiny downstairs. So like now, if she's asleep or watching TV, I'm just not going to be able to play. You know, like I have just the PC in that case. Man. So
that's a bad deal.
Well, like
Faustian bargain, Ben.
Friday nights I'll still be able to play.
I'm the devil on your right shoulder, and Zan is the saint on your left shoulder, and I'm saying it's a good deal, Ben.
I don't know.
It's a really good deal.
It is tearing me up inside. I just want everybody to know on the PS4 side that I am kind of like, this sucks. Like I really enjoy PC, but like playing with the controller, I don't like that I'm not as good as I am with mouse and keyboard. And that blows because I like being good. Anyway, let's get out of Destiny shit.
I don't play on PC because I played PC games for like 15 years.
Mm-hmm. You played them dang MMOs. You may be good at hitting numbers 1 through 10, but
I think it's time to 1v1. I think it's time to 1v1.
It's the aim that I would have to worry about, but my left hand, that's on point.
Dude,
that's what I'm talking about. I feel like with just like working on a computer all day, like I feel pretty good on the keyboard, but for some reason the aim with the mouse, like I'm not super great with it yet. Like I feel like I have a lot of work to do there. But
something amazing though for us console players that happen out of this PC split is like I've been shredding in the Crucible.
Because everybody
my KDA has gone up by 0.5.
That's
dude,
awesome.
And I don't think, I mean, Steve, to your credit, like you've been playing a lot, dude. Like I think your skill level has gone up a ton.
Oh, that's why I've been playing a lot, is because I like broke through a wall of some kind.
Dude.
I'm like,
all
right.
You broke out of that plateau that you were on with D1, and like you've been doing it. That's good, dude.
What? I'm a terrible teammate. I do not play as a team. I lone wolf blank 100% of the time. Yep. You can do it.
That's that's what I don't get. Like I've definitely done lone wolf flanking, like playing with blueberries. All three of them stack up on one side of the map, and I'm just like, all right, y'all are gonna go over there. I'm gonna go this way.
You just
And I
run
usually
circles around the edge and sneak
Yeah.
in and kill people. It's
Yep.
great.
So non-Destiny stuff. Scary. Sorry. I was like, let's speed it up.
I'm
Well,
good with you.
we're at 50 minutes.
Yeah, dude, it's time to
Hey.
it's time to enter Act 3.
Just so you guys know, here's a little inside baseball. The entire time we're doing the show, I'm half listening to everybody and staring at a clock and being like, how much time do we have left? My eyes are all over the place. Okay, so appreciate me. Damn it, I'm just kidding.
Oh, our
No, not
Discord
you guys.
channel for while we're podcasting is mostly just, hey, let's move on. Hey,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Good going.
Just
Scary, shut up. Let's move on.
quick look under the
Hey,
hood.
Scary, you're sounding like an asshole again. Keep it,
Hey,
just move away from this.
speaking of moving on and Scary had an idea today for a segment, and he wants to know. This is kind of hard to explain. It's not a movie that you think is underrated, but something that you enjoy way more than everybody else.
Yeah, you seem to be like the only fan.
Yeah, it's like it's not quite like this diamond in the rough. I think it's more like there's something that you really connect with about a certain thing. It could be a movie or a TV show or whatever, but for me, I'm thinking movies for sure. I watch a ton of movies, and so this is always like this is on my mind. And for me, like I'll kick it off since I'm the one that brought this up. For me, Edgar Wright is like my favorite director of all time. Like the dude is just solid. His music videos, his movies, like they're incredible. Edgar Wright, if you don't know who this is, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Right?
Okay.
Like, this
Okay.
guy is
Gotcha.
freaking dope. And his newest one, Baby Driver. Holy hell, what a good movie! Please go see that movie. Buy it.
Really?
Yes,
I've
but
never
like just
heard of it.
buy
That
the movie
looked-
Baby Driver immediately. You will not regret it. I promise you. The trailer's butt. Don't even watch the trailer. Just go in as blind as possible. I swear, if you buy this movie and you don't like it, I will pay you for it. Not really.
Not really.
That's
You know-
not a real promise. But buy this movie, you will like it, I promise you. But here's the one, and everyone loves Baby Driver, so that's not even a big deal. Here's the one that I love that I just can't get over this movie, and nobody else seems to get down with it like I do. It's The World's End. It's the last in this what he calls the Cornetto trilogy that he has with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, dope actors.
Mhm.
And this
the
movie,
alien one?
yeah, dude, yeah, it is. It is
so good.
super quotable. It's so good. The writing is brilliant. Like it mirrors itself like no movie has ever done before. Like like I get it. I'm a nerd, right? Like, so I've thought about this way more than anybody else has, or not anybody else, but you know what I mean? Like than your average person has. But yeah, there's something about this movie that just gets me. Like I swear at any moment in the day you can say something to me and I can respond to you with a World's End quote. Like because it just like it's so universal for me. Like it just speaks
Mhm.
my language. And I don't know anybody that likes it as much as I do. So if
Oh, I
you
thought it
like
was
this
good, but
movie,
I've only
I
seen
need
it
you to
once.
talk to me about it. Like I need you to tell me how many times you've seen it. I need you to quote a line to me or something just to make me feel sane a little bit.
Well,
Just a little bit
I
sane.
think something that sets that one apart from the other two movies is that Simon Pegg and what's his name, they're not like the main characters, right? It's like some kids. And they like
Yeah, well, they're
interact with
like-
those kids in the same way that like Seth Rogen and Bill Hader interact with like the kids.
Superbad.
Where they're
Um,
like they're in it and they're like major characters, but they're not the main characters.
I mean, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are definitely the main two in that movie, but they do have like their whole like crew that are like that's like the main cast. There's like five of them or whatever, but yeah, the Five Musketeers. There's just something about that movie. I don't know what it is. I think that I feel like I know that guy who
I'm
Simon
thinking of a
Pegg
different movie.
is.
I was thinking of a different movie, but The World's End is also like really good. That's the pub crawl one. The pub crawl one.
Yes, the pub crawl one where they have to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
the
yeah.
Golden Mile.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's just such a good movie. If you haven't seen this movie, I beg you to watch it. That and Baby Driver. Appreciate Edgar Wright. He's a dope director. But
So
yeah, that's mine.
this one, this one, it's not like nobody likes this movie or nobody's heard of it. Everybody, I'm sure, loves this movie. But when I was in, like, right after high school, I watched this movie like every week for a while, and that's Spinal Tap.
Oh, that's a good
This
one.
is Spinal
That is a
Tap.
Yeah,
good one.
this
That
this
is
is
a
Spinal
good
Tap.
one.
It's
Oh,
so fucking
so
funny.
awesome.
Oh Jesus, we were talking about it the other night, and I hadn't thought about it in forever. And I'm just like, man, do I want to go? Like the sustain. Like you could go make yourself a sandwich. You come back, you'll still be hearing that. Just he's like, can I touch it? Don't touch it. You know what? Don't even look at it. Just so many
Oh,
good
God.
lines in that movie. It's so like Scary was saying, it's so quotable. It just
The fucking drummer they keep replacing the
Yes!
drummer.
it was just more of a stain than a globule.
I love it.
He turned into like this little green globule on the throat. Gosh, I love it. It's such a fucking good movie.
Just the fact that there's an album in that movie called "Smell the Glove," like it's just, gosh damn it, it's like it's so freaking funny on like 1,000 different levels.
One like I watched what's the dog one that those made by
Best
the same
in
people.
Show.
Best in
See,
Show.
I'm not a big fan of that movie. I
That
just
wasn't good. But you know which one was really good in that same line was For Your Consideration.
I've never seen that.
That's the one about where there's like a rumor where someone on this particular TV show or movie is going to win the equivalent of an Oscar. They all think it's them for any number of reasons. And so like they completely just change who they are as actors in order to, because they think they're winning this thing, and it ends up being like an extra, basically someone that no one thought it would get it. But it's just, it feels a lot more
That's pretty awesome.
like Larry David-ish, because there's just so much like ridiculousness happening between them because they all think they're winning this award.
Yeah.
Good
Christopher Guest is the guy that makes all those movies, and he like dude's dope, right? Like he had a part in Princess Bride and
God.
yeah,
I should have said Princess Bride.
Princess Bride is a great movie. Everyone loves Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. That doesn't fit.
Yeah. See, like the other one I was considering was Wayne's World, and I was like,
Oh,
no, everybody loves Wayne's World too much. I'm not special about how much I love Wayne's World.
It was just such a golden moment for a dumbass movie is Wayne's World.
It's so good. What about you, Scott? You got one?
I got a couple. I'll go with the easiest one. The quick one first. I love horror movies, like good scary movies. Not that Scream bullshit where it's like some fucking teen.
Now hold on,
whatever.
Scream is a dope movie, but for different reasons. We can get into that later. Continue.
Right. I'm not talking about like, you know, like there's different genres of it, and as much as I do like slasher flicks like Jason and stuff like that, and Scream was a good one. The first Scream, I guess, will qualify that. You know,
I'm with you, Scott.
Like I like the really good horror movies, the intense, scary ones, and there's a bunch of them on Netflix that are like no name, small production houses, maybe a couple years old or something. My wife and I went through them. Probably, I don't even know. Like every other week, we were watching at least 2 to 3, and it was good. Like there were some really awesome ones, and I like my buddy Gray Fox. Obviously, he's been my real life fire teammate for like almost a decade now. He loves horror movies and scary movies, zombie flicks and shit. So like we'll get together on Saturday nights and I'm like, dude, you have to watch this one, and we'll like swap the different titles and stuff, and we'll like talk about them, critique them. So it's cool. But there's 2 big movies, and they are big movies that I quote a lot, or I used to quote a lot, and nobody else would like. The first one is obviously Slapshot. I love that fucking movie.
I've never seen it.
Heard of it. Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm gonna get this movie.
You guys, it's a hockey movie, but it's also a comedy movie.
Are you sure?
Say.
It's hockey?
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, you know. But yeah, that movie is fucking great, and there's still a very select group of friends who we can like have entire conversations that are just dialogue from that movie, and it's hilarious. But that's one of my all-time favorite funny movies. but like for the most recent, I guess, example of movies that like I thought would be like I really liked. Like for example, I would watch this one movie uh, every pretty much every Saturday that my wife was working. Before we had our son, I'd get up, I'd fix myself some cereal, and I'd sit down like it was Saturday morning cartoons. And instead of watching cartoons, I would watch Mad Max Fury Road. Love that fucking movie so much for so many different reasons. And like,
Yeah,
It's
that's
good.
like critically acclaimed. I don't think that one counts.
I don't know.
know
I
what
never
it
watched
is,
it.
man.
Hate to
I don't
bust your
know what
bubble,
it
That's
is.
a critically acclaimed movie.
Hey,
It-
critically acclaimed or not, but
Right?
who nobody's watching that movie
Man,
every day.
Putting the kibosh on this idea.
Dude. Critically acclaimed or not, nobody's watching that movie every single day except for Scott.
That's true.
True.
Yeah, Scott
Yeah.
watched it every weekend. He
Dude,
said. That's
it was
pretty.
so like I love that
It is
movie
good.
for so
It's
many
really
reasons.
good.
I'm gonna
yeah,
change. I'm gonna change my
Shout out to
answer. My answer for my movie that I love way more than anybody else loves it is Star Trek: The Phantom Menace. That's my
Oh god. All right.
Daniel Radcliffe is so good in that movie.
yo. Drafty says Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, and he's super right. He is super right on
movie's
that one.
amazing. Yep.
Yeah, but that movie's incredible.
I was gonna
Everyone
say
loves
that movie gets
movie.
quoted all the
Groundbreaking.
time.
Okay, yeah. Well, now we're just
Yeah,
talking about
oh
great
my
movies.
gosh.
All right,
Yeah, I
Steve, what do
know,
you
like,
got?
Anytime,
All right,
literally,
so here's
anytime
mine,
I
here's
park, I
mine.
say like a glove. I don't even care.
Like a glove.
It's like not even an impressive parking job, but I'll still say like a glove. I don't care.
All right. So mine is a Wes Anderson movie, and people love Wes Anderson movies, but for some reason, people always forget about this one, and it's not even an old one. And I love it for several reasons. One, it just looks pretty the whole time.
Oh, I cannot wait to
Really,
see
really
what
pretty.
this movie is.
Two, Bill Murray.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bill
Mhm.
Murray. And three, it and this is why I don't think people like recognize it as much, is it makes fun of depression, basically. Like it's really sad, but it's like funny that it's sad, kind of, which Bill Murray does a fantastic job of. And
Gosh,
it's
he's so good at it.
The Life Aquatic.
There
Yeah.
you go.
The Life
Dude,
Aquatic.
Yeah.
when they're in the submarine at the end of that, and
Oh
Starl's
my
Fleurs
God.
plays by Sigur Rós, that has made me cry on multiple occasions.
It's
I-
so
It's
good.
so beautiful.
It's so good. Oh my gosh, Bill Murray does such a great sad guy. Like one of my all-time favorite movies, and I won't change the subject. We can still talk about Life Aquatic, I promise. But one of my all-time favorite movies that he's in is Lost in Translation, and that movie makes me so sad
Yep.
every single time I watch it. I just can't get over
What
it,
is
and
that
it's
one
probably not
about?
even good.
It's
Like,
I'm trying to remember because I think I
basically
might have
a-
seen it.
It's a quasi love story between Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson in Tokyo.
Yeah, they just like I mean, because
It's like a
they're-
friendship love story. Like,
Exactly, but they like don't know what to do with it. Like it's this weird like how do we be friends?
it's like you're 40 years older than me, and
Yeah,
we're in
and-
Tokyo,
and they're struggling with their
I think
relationships
I'm
and
in love
stuff.
with
And
you, but
yeah,
what?
dude, it's full of such weird emotions that like I can't get over it. And Sofia Coppola directs it,
Mhm.
and I think she wrote it too. Yeah, gosh damn it, it's just a good movie. It's beautifully shot too. Yeah, she wrote it too, and Giovanni Ribisi is such an asshat in it, and I freaking love that guy. And yeah, but anyway, that actually could be my movie too. But go, yeah,
Life Aquatic. More
So
reasons
good.
why I love
That
it.
movie's
Mark
so
Miller's
good.
Ball did the soundtrack, or the parts that were written.
He doesn't
that
even know how
movie.
to hold a boom.
Oh my gosh. I
And then the Portuguese version of David Bowie songs on acoustic guitar.
Yeah, that's
It's like the soundtrack.
fantastic.
It's like Mark Mothersbaugh and David Bowie acoustic guitar. My favorite quote, and I said it twice today, is "No one else got hit. I'm the only one." No one ever gets it.
I love Willem Dafoe's character is so great.
Yes. So-
Willem Dafoe is like just top tier though. Like that guy, oh my gosh! And in that movie in particular, so good.
I wrote in my music production class in college, I wrote a paper about Ping Island Lightning Strike, that song where when they go to storm the hotel.
Yeah, Mark
So
Mothersbaugh.
fucking amazing. Yeah, Mark Mothersbaugh went to my alma mater. So
He was also in Devo If you're wondering who the hell is this guy,
If you don't know who Mark
Whoa.
Mothersbaugh is, get the fuck out.
right.
I'll leave then. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. No, are you serious? You didn't know he was in Devo?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not a music person. You guys are all music people. I'm just over here, like,
Wow.
I watch movies.
That's crazy. Guys, we got
Mark
some.
Mothersbaugh actually does a lot of soundtracks, and you never really
I'm sorry,
know.
Ben. I let you down, and I'm really sorry.
Steve let me down. I was mid transition. He's like, Mark Mothersbaugh, and I was like, fuck. Hey, we got some questions from the chat.
We
So
do.
we're already over an hour, so we're gonna fly through these
Speed
ones.
run. Speed run.
Okay. Oh,
There's some stuff we
I'm
get
like,
to.
let's fly through this one. First question from Phoenix: what are your plans for the future of the podcast?
To make it a consistent time.
To make it a consistent time and length, and I don't
Guys,
know.
let's be real. We're gonna branch out and make an entire fucking industry out of this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Here's you know what? Here's a goal. I can
Get
put a
barely
goal.
a
Out.
Destiny show
Can I-
toilet paper.
Can I throw a goal out there? Toilet paper would be pretty awesome. Maybe get my my name and contact information on the overlay. That's a goal of mine.
That's-
a personal goal
that-
of mine, which actually
in my YouTube.
which actually segues into another listener question, I think.
Yeah, which
right?
is why is Scary not on the Twitch layout, or is Scary
Huh.
finally on the? Is
Huh.
Scary finally on the Twitch layout? The answer is no.
Whoa. Huh.
Nope.
Look,
Okay.
Remember, we were all fired 2 episodes ago.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm on a probation period. Maybe
That
that's
thing.
it.
Um,
I'm on a
That thing.
12-month probation period.
I
12
think-
months probation.
on
I
it,
was told I was put on an improvement
Right,
plan.
but here's what you can look forward to for the future of the show. Maybe in the future you'll be able to give us money. Maybe.
Maybe you'll be
we'll
able to-
keep being ridiculous.
Can we have them give us pizza
can I
instead, Steve?
tell you a real thing?
We'll probably talk about Destiny a little bit. Maybe.
Oh my gosh. No, Scott, idea for an app. You keep your address secure and safe. Nobody knows it, but people can order pizzas for you.
Oh, I like that. It's
I
called.
think that could be the Barely a Destiny Show app right there. That's the whole website, guys.
I
I
think
think the Barely a Destiny Show app will be like a big like Destiny hey, welcome to this Destiny thing, and then it's just Yelp reviews for McDonald's and how you're.
Oh,
It just points to Yelp's McDonald's review page.
That's even better. Oh, that's fucking fantastic.
Oh
I
my
like
Yeah,
that.
gosh.
but no, serious, like real talk. I would love it if someone could order me a pizza but not know my address. Like I'm being honest.
Isn't there a subreddit for that? I believe there's a subreddit for that.
I'm gonna say as a pizza employee that I have people call all the time and they're like, yeah, delivery. I'm like, okay, what's your address? And they're like, I'm like, you don't know where you're at. How am I supposed to know where you're at when you don't know where you're at?
Whoa! No, there is a order me
I
a
thought
pizza.
so.
Random acts of pizza
Yes.
subreddit.
I thought so. Random acts of pizza. Yeah.
Wow, this is changing my life. These are real, honest Americans doing good in this world.
I'll tell you
There's
what.
Jimmy,
That-
there's no spot in here. Well,
There,
there's
this
probably-
was not a plan for the future of the podcast. This topic.
sorry, Kenny.
I
But
think-
random acts of pizza is a subreddit,
Okay,
and I'm signing up right now.
more of that. More of that is a plan for the future. I think honestly, my plan for the future of the show is to talk about Destiny as much as we want to. Which I know that sounds kind of goofy. I'm like, some weeks we don't really feel like talking about it because nothing's really happening, and I have a lot of fun those weeks talking about other stuff. And when I do have fun talking about Destiny and there's cool stuff to talk about, I think we're going to continue to talk about that stuff. And I think a big goal of mine is to kind of make it more professional as we go along. And I know that sounds weird because we're a dumb, goofy podcast, but
Wait, we got to be professionals now?
well, you know what I mean. Like I like that we switched to recording our own audio and that I'm actually editing the show and stuff like that. I do have a goal of putting out a good product and something that I think is funny and like that I like to listen to. So
Yeah, quality entertainment. Like
Yeah.
we're trying to entertain you guys as much as we're like just some dudes hanging out. Like we still also want you to get a lot of value out of it and not just be like a giant waste of time.
and I listen to a lot of
Segment We had
shows.
in weeks where we played noir music over Ben reading. Yellow.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
See, like I love that. That was a lot of
Yes.
fun.
We want to
And
do
That
more
was
of that.
perfect.
yeah,
You guys,
so
we're adding a new segment called "Patting Ourselves on the Back." It starts now.
no, I don't know.
I'm joking, Vincent.
I want to make a good product for you guys, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, so I also want to try and, I don't want to be the same podcast that you hear from everybody else. And I know that sometimes we are the same podcast as every other show, but we're trying. So how much of a PC master race douche is Scary Internet Guy when not podcasting? And I could tell you, not as much as me. I literally on this
That's
show came
right,
out.
House Dilla. That's right, buddy.
I came
All
out
right,
on the
remember,
show
let's
and was
settle this, let's
like,
settle this. Whose idea was the Unlimited Frames channel?
That was definitely my idea.
who immediately was like, yes,
think-
and made that channel. It was made in seconds, and then I had like 8
right.
memes in it.
But let's just be honest. We did
It's a
need a
tie.
channel where we could talk PC garbage that didn't, you know what I mean? Like, as
Yeah.
much as I
Get
love
into
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like we want to be able to get into, because the reality is like, the game is great on PS4, but of course it's going to be better. It's going to perform better. It's going to perform better on hardware that costs 4 or 5 times that amount. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's just how it is. So like, I'm not trying to be all master race. I apologize, House Dilla. Not really, but sort of. If I've been a PC master race to you in the past.
Yeah.
But
So
not really. I don't really apologize for that. But I still
Really, but
love
not
you.
really.
But I would also punch you in the face in real life.
It is nice to have a channel that we can just we can talk about PC
When we have
stuff.
our first BADS meetup, it's just going to be a brawl.
It's gonna be a burrito brawl.
A burrito brawl.
Okay, just an update real quick. We are like talking about like really doing this and setting this up, and I'm trying to come up with a good way to do this, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. We'll probably take I was thinking take a Saturday and try and play like 4 or 5 hours of
I
like
still want to call
tournament.
it the Cinnamon Twist Classic, but that's just me.
Hey, how about the loser or the winner of this gets to name what it was called?
Oh, okay, cool, easy. So the Taco Bell haters will just get to name it next year, or
Yo, look, I'm in the middle
gotta
on this.
There's got to be a recruitment period where we can go.
there
and
absolutely
recruit.
does. We need to set a date, and we need to be able to get some people. And I know what you're talking about, Zan.
got,
I know you're like, oh, I'm gonna get vandals in here. I'm gonna
Oh,
get
Vandals is
vandals.
already in. I'm talking
gonna
about
get-
trying to get like DCP in on this crap.
Hey, I'm telling you,
those guys already had their Taco Bell.
they already did their
work.
thing.
Yeah,
Let's
but
give
I got
us.
a listener question being like, how many of you would compete for the honor of Taco Bell? And here's where the sign up sheet is.
Let's see. We're gonna get on the Taco Bell haters, the true
I just-
righteous group.
I don't
is
wanna
gonna
ho-
get Pope and Teft. I guess that would probably be it. The rest of them are Taco Bell shills. They're raking in that Taco Bell money.
Yeah.
So
Look.
it doesn't
Watts
count.
for sure. Watts is all over that Taco Bell to the extent where she thinks it's authentic Mexican food. I'm- but
This is why California is
that's
going to
the joke,
secede
right?
from the union.
I'm withdrawing from this competition because while I do enjoy some Taco Bell products, at the same
He doesn't
time,
want to get chaperoned in the face over and over and over again.
no, I'm gonna shoutcast this motherfucker. But
Why? I
No.
could probably get MTash to do it, right?
no, get out of here. Who are you? Stop signing up. Stop signing up random people that we've never talked to. Hey, we could probably just get this person we've never spoken to in our life to do a dumb thing. Because I want to shoutcast it, damn it. I want to do it.
Shoutcaster on this.
John Madden, that's it. Let's do it.
Now, get out of here with
Madden's
this.
gonna
Ben, if you
Steve, you're
shoutcast
drunk.
this
You're
as
drunk.
John
Go
Madden
home.
the
I'm not
entire
even
time.
drunk. I've had 2 beers.
He's
I'm
drunk.
just
Send him
hyped.
home.
I'm drunk on hype.
Yeah,
right
without the
now.
P or the E right now. Listen, as much as I love Taco Bell sometimes, like the rolled chicken tacos are great, they infuriate me with things like the quesarito. It's not a real thing, okay? Stop making up dumbass fake stuff. I'm flip-flopping. I'm freaking, what is it, John Kerry? I'm let's make jokes
Ben?
from,
You'll be back.
let's
And
make
I
some
think
old jokes.
No, here's what it is. You're actually considering the ramifications of Taco Bell existing. That's what
i.e.
you're doing.
Diarrhea.
Exactly.
Look, I'm in the middle. I'm shoutcasting this thing. Hey, we got another question. Forget Taco Bell. What's all the hosts side of House Dilla? What's all the hosts side of House? What's
Spencer,
all
it's
the
just like
hosts'
for this
side of
reason.
House Dilla? Love or hate? So do we love House Dilla or hate House Dilla? I love him.
I think
Love
House
House
Dilla
Dilla.
is a funny joke.
I
Oh
thought
wait, are we
that
talking
was-
about the person
Yeah,
or the
Yes, the
joke
person.
House Dilla?
Obviously, we love House Dilla.
I
Well,
love
yeah, we
both.
love.
Yeah, I
I
thought that
mean,
was
let's just be
unanimous.
honest. Like, no, just like as as a regular like universal love for humans and life and existence. Yes, but other than that, this is my arch enemy.
See, that's what happens when you fish for
House Dilla's
confidence,
your
Phoenix.
nemesis?
You try and fish for confidence, and Scary's like, I
Holy
hate that
hell.
dude.
1v1 me. House
Oh
Hey,
Dilla.
man.
Scary's looking for it tonight. He's going looking for fights.
Wow.
Okay,
Fairly-
I
It's fairly
have a fun
aggressive.
banter.
guys, let's burn through them.
I love House Dilla.
All right.
Rapid fire. We forgot about this. Which would be better, unlimited time or unlimited money? Time. I'm saying time.
Because time is money.
Yep, time. Time
Ooh,
is
we're
what's
getting
up.
ready.
What if you could buy time though?
If
Like
I could
that-
put time in a
that
bottle,
bad
the first thing that I'd like to do. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no. You skipped one.
What?
Besides spending time with your family and friends.
I
you get
know,
one
I
day to
know.
live.
I'm reading. I got him.
But wait, do we have unlimited time now or just regular time? I forget what timeline we're in.
It depends. Are we doing the nightfall?
No, this is this is a different one. This this is a different one. This one's from Gorilla Golf. He says, besides spending time with your family and friends, you have one day to live, unlimited money. What would you guys do?
I'll buy a
This is
bunch of Taco
dangerous.
Bell and charter a jet and just drop Taco Bell across the country.
There you go. All right.
So Zan would be a terrorist. Moving on.
That is a dirty bomb attack.
All right.
The refried bomber, cool, I guess. But
Refried bomber.
I think that I would go to some skate parks that I've always seen in videos or something that would look cool. And with unlimited money, I just buy it out for the day. Be like, nobody's allowed to skate here except for me and probably Omar. And I would just ride around and do my board slides and my ollies because I'm an old man and can't do shit anymore. But it.
Don't leave out Joey Tabs.
Oh, sorry, Joey. You're with me too.
Oh, whoa.
No, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Me and Joey and Tiny Heart. Did I call him by his real name in this one?
Oh,
You did.
No,
Uh-oh.
whatever.
It's
Who cares?
Cool. It's on
Edit
his
that out.
Twitter. Everyone
He's gonna
knows
edit
his
it
real
out.
name.
No big deal.
Omar Salad Bar.
No,
Narnar
we're
Binks.
Yeah, it's edited.
He goes by many names.
Yeah. I don't know. We were talking
Man
about
has
skate
many
videos a lot.
names.
What would you guys do?
I would go to the top of a mountain and just sit there and do literally nothing. That's
Yeah,
what I would do.
unlimited money's not very useful when you only have one day. It'll get you to where you want to go, and that's about it.
No, I mean I don't think you're gonna die. I only one day to live. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah. No.
Well, you
Yeah,
did
you
say
got
one
one
day.
day.
You've only got one day. I thought you meant you were gonna die afterward.
Yeah. No, you're
okay.
right. No, you're right. You have one day to live.
Yeah, you have one day to live. I would just go sit on top of a mountain. I would kiss my wife and kids goodbye, and I would go sit on top of a mountain. And I would die.
I
Or
feel
be
like
shot into
I
space.
want to die that way.
Maybe two. Maybe I would maybe shot into space. I think I'd be shot into space.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I changed my answer. I'd want to be put into a capsule, like Neon Genesis style, but instead of going into an Evangelion, I'd be shot into space.
Okay, I changed my answer
I'm
to
never
getting
gonna stay
shot.
there.
I want to get shot into space, right above Scary, and then shit out of the space shuttle onto his. So the last thing he sees is that.
You know, that's funny.
No,
A friend of
I'll
mine
do with
actually
that.
drew a piece of art for me. It was me out in space, but then some space poo comes and goes onto my space suit helmet. So I guess this is just in my future now. That's too many instances of foreshadowing. That's not.
I don't know why.
Scary's
I was
gonna be
like,
the first man in
I didn't-
space that gets shat on.
I have no reason to do that either. We've got no ill will. I just
Cool,
think it's funny.
guess.
Well, now we have
Cool.
ill will.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's great. Thanks, Ben.
What about
Thanks. I'm glad you spent your unlimited money and one day to crap on me. I
literally
guess.
shitting on you.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
That's your biggest dream is to crap on me. Cool.
Did I miss one?
We
Totes, I
missed
guess.
Scott's answer for unlimited money for a day.
So this is where the programmer in me comes out. I need to know the parameters. Do we know it's going to be the last day or what?
Yes. Yes.
You
You
do.
know,
So
you
you can
know,
plan.
and then tomorrow you die. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, only one day, huh? Oh, that's tough. See, what I was gonna go with what Scary said, but since I've been watching The Punisher on Netflix, I'm gonna go Frank Castle.
Jesus. He's like, I'm just gonna go.
I would
You know what?
round
I
up
like that.
all the
Kill
shitty
the bad
people in
guys.
the world, and then just drop a bomb right on them.
All right. Hey guys, if Bungie brought back all the weapons from D1, what loadout would you use? And pick 2 primaries, and then like use our new system. And
Yeah.
Are we going PvP or PvE? Let's do this.
whichever. I'm gonna do my Luna that had rifled barrel and Icarus, and I'm gonna do my clever dragon that had my counterbalance on there, and then I'm gonna do my Saladin's Vigil.
Oh, nice.
Good
nice.
choices. Good choices.
I'm going Hawkmoon. The number. Oh yeah, that's a D2 gun. The number. And I can't remember what my LMR was that I used in Destiny 1,
man.
but
LMR?
Oh, wait,
LMG?
It can be any.
Yeah, LMG.
It can
yeah.
be any D1 gun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Done. I know.
Okay, do
it
it.
was a laser beam with like 80 bullets. That's the one I want.
What you got, Scott?
I would go Nameless Midnight, Matador, and Gallahorn.
No, you can't do that. You got to pick 2 primaries, and you got to use our new system.
You did.
Oh.
No, because you can't
No,
do.
I
You
used
can't do a
Gallahorn.
shotgun.
Okay. I thought you meant like in the
Oh, yeah,
whatever
yeah,
form.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go. Oh man, that's tough.
Nameless Midnight, Mida, Gallahorn.
No. I would go. I would actually probably go Sweet Business. Shit. What's that? What's the fucking scout rifle from D1 that? NL Shadow. My God roll NL Shadow with third eye and high impact rounds. And I guess Gallahorn.
Yeah, Gallahorn. What about you, Scary?
I missed the question.
If you could have
D1 guns and D2 guns, make your loadout.
with
Yeah.
the current D2 system.
Yeah.
Current D2 system,
So-
D1 guns, and
yeah.
D2 guns.
2 primaries and a power.
So you have primary energy power.
Yeah.
What you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
But your energy can be a D1 primary.
Yeah. 2
A D1
primaries and a
primary.
power.
Okay. Well, I would definitely pick the last word.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, the last word would be my kinetic for sure. Ooh, I guess I'd stick with the number as
Yeah.
my
I'm right.
energy. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah,
it's kind of
That
that's
is a good one.
It's better than Uriel's. So F those guys. Like they
Right.
just weren't in the best faction at the time. I guess. Like that's their problem.
Hey, I got one, and I've never pledged a future war cult.
Well, I mean, you're still repping though. Let's just be honest. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
I guess that's.
Future war cult guy.
I guess that's-
Every
You
time
still got their
get a
bumper
kill with
sticker,
that
bro.
number- yeah, every time you get a kill with that number, they know who you voted for. I mean, at least they think they do. So like, it doesn't even matter. And then for my power, wait, is this PvP or PvE? Because I'm
Either.
approaching it from a
It's
PvP.
whatever.
PvP.
All right, so
You're a PvP guy.
Yeah, I mean, I would stick with either. Well, I won't give you either. Unification 7. I mean, that's it, man. You got the slug shoddy.
You're not
Like,
gonna do Chaperone.
Well, the chaperone.
Oh, it's an exotic though. Wait.
Is an exotic, yeah, and I'd take the last word. I guess I'd take the last word over the chaperone.
Okay.
Well, in
That
that
works.
case, I'd have to change mine because I put 2 exotics in. I said Sweet Business.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, that's never been a thing. It's the current D2 system, right? Come on, Scott.
Whatever.
Jeez,
I
Louise,
wasn't
we'll
paying
edit that
attention.
out.
I was just hyped.
Hey,
Oh my gosh, I would be so like if the last word were back into this game, like I would be singing and dancing for 48 hours straight. Like I would
And-
just be.
But will you
I
the
would-
stream
song
it
would be
on
called
Twitch?
Unlimited Frames.
Absolutely, yeah. At 60 frames a second, I would stream it. I would just I would crank my camera up to 120 and I would stream that crap.
Yeah, man.
Like that's what we would do.
Go join Grumpy Dumps in his driveway, shouting Unlimited Frames and stomping around. That's so funny. Hey, if all you could eat for the rest of your life was one brand of frozen pizzas, what would you choose? Totino's.
Totino's. I'm on it. Yep. I'm
Wait
there.
a second, like their whole pizzas, or would you just get like the?
You can only
Pizza.
eat one brand of frozen
I
pizza.
know, but like, but does it have to be a whole pizza, or can it be pizza rolls?
Yeah, pizza rolls works.
That's
Yeah,
Totino's. Just say Totino's.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Yep,
would just do
yeah, yeah.
Totino's too. Honestly, I haven't had a frozen pizza in a long time, but I have had pizza rolls.
They're delicious.
Mostly, yeah. Like we had pizza rolls, dude. We slammed some pizza rolls for our freaking Stranger Things marathon, and it was dope. Like
Cook
just
them,
me and the lady and all the kids, and we were just eating a bunch of junk food.
deep
and-
fry them, or
and
put them in a
waffles.
toaster oven.
We don't have a deep fryer.
Oh,
Who
try
has
it
a deep
sometime.
fryer?
I do.
Well, yeah. I mean,
There's literally
You
one
do?
like right here. I got one for my wedding.
well, there you go. There you go.
By the way,
So
my
I'm
machine
hearing
gun,
party at Ben's house.
Yeah, well, deep fry some pizza
Corrective
rolls and
measure.
frozen burritos.
Oh my gosh.
corrective measure was the machine gun that I was taking. by the way.
Okay. Hey,
Oh.
Scott, what kind of pizza? Frozen pizza. You only get one.
Uh,
What brand?
I mean,
Wait a second, Zan.
Tombstone.
You
Is it
picked
Tombstone.
a machine. You picked a heavy machine gun. That changes everything.
Of course, I picked a heavy machine gun. Are you crazy?
Oh, I miss those. I'm sorry. So, we got to wrap it up. Scott, I'm sorry.
I think it's called the Screaming Sicilian. I don't know.
Okay.
I had it.
That
when,
sounds about right.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Phoenix says favorite meal or type of food of all time. Totino's. I'm just kidding.
Indian food. Indian food.
No, it's Chinese food. It's
I was
black
still
pepper
listening
chicken.
to Dark Drinker too. Oh, I forgot about Dark Drinker.
He said Fate Bringer and Atheon's Epilogue. Those are great
Damn
guns.
it, that's a pretty good. That's my PVE loadout. Don't at me.
Okay. What do you guys
Okay, sorry.
favorite food? Definitely black pepper chicken.
No. Meal or type of food? What is it?
That's a
I
meal.
said Indian, specifically palak paneer. That's the one.
Okay.
Wood-fired pizza from my father-in-law's pizza oven.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Damn
awesome.
It, that might be mine too.
It's got
Yeah,
smoked
Scott's
nuts,
father-in-law's
smoked
pizza.
garlic.
Yeah,
That's Scary's favorite thing.
He's the pizza master.
Pizza master race.
Gosh damn it. Yeah, pizza. I mean, damn it. That just sounds good, Scott. Like
It is
I'm
pretty-
coming over. I'm getting a
Okay.
flight. I'm booking a flight.
I wish.
Same here.
All right. So Indian food, Chinese food, and 2 votes for Scott's father-in-law's pizza.
All right.
That has been our show. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, band of the week is Holy Bright, and I've been your host, Dad Bod Malone. You can you can find me on Twitter at DatBenMalone. You can find me on Twitch at DatBenMalone. You can find me in the club, Bottle Full of Bub. Mama, I got the E if you're into taking drugs. I don't know. Steve, go for it.
You can
I
find
gave
me,
up so hard. I was like, I don't care.
everywhere. Xanafan 711, including my one YouTube video. Of
That's
me
dope.
going
Check it out.
23-0 with Quick Fang, basically. 1 gun kill, 21 Quick Fang kills, 1 assist.
No big deal.
No big deal.
NBD.
Only my best match ever.
It's just how he
Greatest match
does.
Ever.
All right.
And I don't get bagged because I don't die. There you go.
Scott, where
There
can
you
people
go.
find you? It's like, you can
Twitter.
find me under the nuts of a guardian getting bagged.
Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Slapshot Scott. The O's are zeros. On YouTube, you have to search that dumb thing, but whatever. You can also find me in the garage cursing at my Jeep and throwing wrenches, or binge watching The Punisher this week because that show is fucking awesome.
You know what? Challenge to everybody. Go subscribe to everybody on the podcast on YouTube so we can just say youtube.com/whatever.
You can't see it because you're listening to this, but I'm giving Steve a like, what are you
Yeah,
talking
just go
about?
do it so it makes it easier for
Yeah,
us.
just
to
do
be
it.
like, yeah, we're on YouTube. You don't even have to search
It doesn't
for it. You got a
cost
URL.
anything.
Yeah,
Just do it.
Yeah.
Scary.
Just do
Twitch
it.
sub.
Where can
I've got-
people go to smash that like scribe?
Yeah, I don't care. Get in the Discord and tell me what your YouTube is. I'll subscribe to it as long as you're
Yeah.
not making videos. I don't watch anything on there. I don't care.
He only watches.
You can actually
21
go
kills.
to youtube.com/scary internet guy. I don't have a single video or subscriber up, but you can go there and you'll find me.
I've got an
have
account. You
a
could
URL?
subscribe.
I do. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
That's
YouTube's
weird.
broken.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and I'm like not signed in either. I don't know why it works.
Drafty's
takes-
calling me out about my 23-0 match.
Hey, look, you don't hear me always talking about how I got 7 wins and got the only Trials of the Nine and Grandfather Clan ever.
As far as I know, Ben has never mentioned this.
Yeah. Hey, guys, let's
Including
step it
now.
up. Let's step it up. I'm about to trade some of you players to a different clan. I'm about to trade some of our raiders to a clan of PvP guys.
We need some PvP people. We
I'm
got to
gonna,
start.
I'm gonna trade you to Birds Monarchy.
We need some more PC people too. Somebody go rob a bank or something. Get a PC. Get in
Hey.
there. Let's go.
This has been Barely a Destiny show and sponsored by Crucible Radio. Not really.
Sponsored by Chairs.
Yes, chairs. 10% off at chairs.gov. You can get that offer code by going to twitter.com/barelyads, or you could just type at barelyads. But
I think Totino's Pizza Rolls must have sponsored us too, the way you guys were all talking about them there for a
dude,
few.
I
Dude,
would
if we
fucking
could get
love
a
that.
Totino's Pizza Roll sponsorship. I would
Oh,
I would
God.
also do a 48-hour dance stream.
Everyone,
50 frames a
let's
second.
start a petition.
No, let's not. Let's not. This is done. Get out of here with this. This show is over.
Yeah, no, we don't need petitions or follows or anything like that. Just join the Discord and we'll play some games. It'll be dope.
Hey,
That's what we want. We want to play video games with people.
this has been the most Jimmy's rustled ever. Period. Until next
On the
week, be the light you want to be.
This
Be the light you want to
podcast.
see in others. See you guys later.
Russell Jimmy's 24/7. 27.
Jimmy's.
Later.
Hashtag. Get those Jimmys
Hashtag
Russell.
Russell Jimmy's.
Oh my god, you guys.